Hello, friend. Welcome to day 8 of our 20-day challenge together. I'm your host, Alicia Carrasco, entrepreneur, author, wife, and mom of two. And if this is the very first episode that you're listening to and you're wondering what the 20-day challenge is, let me explain you very quickly in hopes that you also want to join in. So for the first 20 episodes of this podcast, I propose to be your guide on your journey of self-transformation by committing 20 days to listen to the corresponding episode where we dive deep into the keys and techniques to explore our inner self. And then do your 3 to 5 minute journaling reflection every day. So if you'd like to take me up on this challenge, just go ahead and keep listening to this episode, or you can always go back to day 1 of the challenge and get started from the very, very beginning. So, yesterday, in day 7 of our challenge, we talked about how directly related our thoughts and emotions are with our body well being. And today, I'd like to dive even deeper, sharing with you how powerful movement is to help you gain momentum in your day to day life. And just as a disclaimer, of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm just pointing out here some concepts that just work and they work for me as well. And there's a lot of research out there if you want to check. That being said, when the body finds itself in a moment of energy imbalance and we receive the consequences of this on a physical plane through illnesses or physical discomfort, a key manner in returning our body once again to its natural balance, as well as other important points such as positive mentality and healthy diet, of course, is through movement. Physical movement balances your energy points, increasing your vibrational frequency and producing a flow of energy through your body that helps you awaken in this present reality. And it helps you gain momentum, the capacity and the ability to do and decide, and helps you gain mental perspective on your physical reality. So many people tend to think that physical movement is the cause of the physical wear and tear. But in reality, the biggest cause of this is due to the function of our brain and all the internal conflicts that we accumulate day after day. These internal conflicts are always internal discussions about decisions that we must constantly make in our day to day, right? So when the mind is bogged down by thoughts and decision making, the brain needs large amounts of glucose and water and oxygen to function properly and tackle all that mental activity. And it is precisely this that leaves you feeling exhausted at the end of the day. But when you activate your body, physically through movement, whether this is running or swimming or dancing or yoga or boxing or hiking or any other type of sport or activity that really involves moving the body and increasing your heart rate, what you're really doing is boosting and expanding your energy field, oxygenating the cells of your body through the respiration. So the more you move, the more energy you have to achieve things in your physical reality. And in turn, you have more mental energy to be capable of reducing and playing down the internal conflicts that drain you of so much energy every day. By moving and by creating momentum, what you're doing is you're creating willpower. And with this willpower, you are capable of making better decisions and more easily. What you're doing when you move and you're gaining momentum, you are eliminating the blockages, doubts, fears, and also limitations that you have in your brain, in your mind. And sometimes if you remain motionless, they continue to grow and become even stronger, sometimes to the extent that they generate stress or anxiety or depression, for example, if you don't move, right? So physical movement is really a key manner in which to generate an energy flow in the body that eliminates the negative energy and actually recharges you with positive energy. This in turn causes you to have more positive thoughts by finding yourself at a higher vibrational frequency. And that is how you reach the highest levels of health and greater awareness, both internally and of the world around you. So, the physical change through movement is an ideal way to change your mental state, as both body and mind are intrinsically joined. One directly affects the other and vice versa. So, when you're feeling down or you notice too much internal pressure due to those daily internal conflicts, the best thing to do is to get out and move, even though your head is going to tell you otherwise, or it's going to find excuses not to. In fact, this is the biggest obstacle that arises when you commit to moving your body on a regular basis. The excuses that are going to form in your mind as part of this internal conflict with the aim of sabotaging yourself and not doing what you really want to do. Because, first of all, it is uncomfortable. However, if you break this continuous pattern of thought, the mind understands that this is the new way of functioning and that's how it is. And then at some point, stops questioning that. So when you have more energy in your body, you take more effective and more intelligent decisions because you are operating from a higher internal point of balance in which you have the ability to create, think, and also imagine your physical reality. So everything, as you know, everything happens in your mind, first of all. In fact, all the greatest advances that today form part of our technological society were, first of all, created in the mind, in somebody's imagination. And through momentum, the will to create, they materialized in the physical world. That's how it works. So we as human beings, we are capable of thinking, imagining, and creating exceptional things, right? But this requires you to balance your internal energy and boost it by generating momentum in your life. So quite often, these creations may be simple details that improve your life or relationship with everyone else, but the simple fact of setting these creative mechanisms that we all have into motion can boost this innate function of your mind. And this has a snowball effect, which gradually grows and grows until generating a change that is more obvious in your body, your health, your life, your relationships, your family, your career, and in every detail that makes up your life here on earth. So, for today's challenge, I'd like to propose you to recall a moment in the past week when you felt mentally bogged down, stressed, or anxious. And ask yourself, how did your body feel during this moment? Heavy, tense, fatigued? Write it down, write how you felt. And then remember a time when you engage in a physical activity, whether it was just a walk or maybe dancing or yoga or any other kind of movement or exercise. How did you feel immediately after doing those exercises, those activities? And finally, reflect on the contrast between those two states. How could you integrate in your life regular movement in your routine to become an antidote to those moments of mental fatigue? And also ask yourself, last question, what kind of activities make you feel most energized and in balance? Write them down. So I hope you enjoyed today's reflection and journaling. If you like this episode, please like, rate, subscribe, or even share it with a friend. Thank you so much for listening and see you in the next one.